Hi there everyone, welcome back to the C&W Canada Garage Doors YouTube channel. And my name is Trevor. This is Chris Wilke. He is the president and owner of C&W Canada Garage Doors. And today we're going to be talking about Garage Doors Edmonton, the importance of yearly maintenance of your garage door. I have a quick quote from Jimmy Dean. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. Here's a quick stat. Pretty interesting about garage doors. Installing a new garage door in your home will result in an average return on investment of 76.9% in the United States. An upscale replacement costs an average of 85% and makes this project one of the best handyman projects to increase home ownership. Do you concur?
Absolutely. It's the best and most cost-effective way to increase your curb appeal in the world.
Awesome. Because is the majority of your house is the garage door when you're driving by.
Yeah, it's your first impression. It's the smile of your house.
Yeah. Perfect. So Chris, let's get into it. Number one story is how often do people actually maintain their garage door?
Actually, it's pretty sad. People don't usually think about their garage door until it goes wrong. Okay. So a lot of people don't actually do the yearly maintenance. I've maybe one in every 25 customers that I come across actually oils and lubricates the garage door at any regular time throughout the year. And usually it's not annually, which is what you should be doing. It's usually like every 2 years or whenever they think about it, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's the most neglected appliance in your house, unfortunately. But you know what? That's what C&W is here for.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, next question I have is, what should a homeowner look for as potential maintenance issues on the garage door system?
So that's a really good question, Trevor. Anything that sounds a little off, like you should trust your instincts on this. If it sounds like you hear metal on metal grinding, if you're hearing it groan, if your neighbors can hear it when it's opening and closing, if you're their alarm in the morning, that's an issue. and therefore, we want to make sure that you're going to get handled with one of our maintenance programs for sure.
Okay. Now, what would you say is the most common problem homeowners can solve themselves?
You know, like lubricating the door. It's go out and buy a can of garage door lubricant at Home Depot. Make sure it says garage door lubricant on the can.
So there's an actual product called garage door lubricant.
Oh yeah, several companies make it, but it'll say on the can garage door lubricant. Simple things you can do. Also, just making sure that the sensors at the bottom of the doors are nice and clean, so they're not being interfered with dust or cobwebs and stuff like that. And making sure that you're not storing anything near the sides of the track of the door of the garage door, because those things can get in the way when your garage door is going up, and then you get some real big issues.
Yeah, big time. Now, what are some of the problems that can occur if proper yearly maintenance is not upheld?
Oh man, Trevor, a lot of things can go wrong. Your hinges can break, your cables can snap, your springs can break, and again, it's never going to be at a convenient time for you. It's always going to be when you're late for your daughter's dance recital or your son's karate tournament or whatever. It's never going to be at the time. Oh, that was a good time for my garage door to break. I'm really glad that happened. Yeah. My car's around the garage. Everything's perfect. No. So yeah.
As soon as it closed, it snapped.
Everything just went. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, these things are important. You want to maintain it because you're using this every day, oftentimes 3 to 4 times a day. So you want to make sure that this thing is properly maintained.
Okay, now Chris, here's one thing that I know is one thing that I get annoyed with is the noise of a garage door.
Yeah.
Like they're noisy, they rumble, they shake the house, like all these things. Is there such thing as a perfectly quiet garage door?
Okay, so we can get close. Okay. We can replace your common rollers with nylon 10-ball bearing rollers. That can make it super quiet. We could also give you side mount instead of on the ceiling openers, side mount motors. So you remove that noise and vibration from the ceiling. We put it on the side of the door, and therefore we eliminate maybe half of the noise you're hearing. Because most of the time it's not the door itself, but the opener that's making that big, large noise that everyone's kind of knows and associates with the garage door, right?
Yeah.
And then a big thing also is to lubricate your garage door annually. We want to make sure that is lubricated, and C&W can help you do that, absolutely.
Awesome. Now, does C&W Canada offer a program for customers who don't want to think about the yearly maintenance?
Of course we do. So we have a yearly maintenance program. You give us your address at a time you want us to come out every year. We show up on time. We give you a 2-hour window, and we lubricate everything. We give you our full 12-point inspection. We check your hinges, rollers, cables, spring, your garage door opener pressures. How far is it opening? How far is it closing? All these things that would never occur to a common homeowner. And we make sure that we handle it, and we make sure that everything's working great every year for you.
Hey Chris, the next question I have for you is what maintenance items should be left to the professional?
So anything to do with the spring, the cables, or anything to do with the sections, things that are heavy duty that can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing or you don't have the proper tools and equipment. The garage door, again, is the biggest, heaviest appliance in your house and can be very dangerous if you're maintaining this on your own. Simple things like lubricating the hinges and the rollers you don't really have an issue with, but if your door is unbalanced, or if your spring breaks, or if your cables break, and you try to attempt to do that yourself, you could end up doing serious injury or harm to yourself. So please leave those to the professionals. We know what we're doing. We have the proper tools and equipment, and we can make sure that your garage door is up and running. Please don't attempt to do that on your own, because I've answered the door with people in casts or with bandages on their hands and stuff like that because they tried to change the string themselves and they use screwdrivers instead of the proper tools that you're supposed to use. Ooh. Yeah, and it's not a pretty sight.
No, that doesn't sound like a good idea to take care of those things because they're under a lot of tension.
Yes,
a lot of strain.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, it's a big, huge moving apparatus, and you don't want to be caught underneath it or around it when it's broken or not working properly.
Yeah, no, exactly. I couldn't agree more, making sure that, we have the right person for the right job because they have the right tools. I was an electrician for a number of years, and you'd come into a home where the previous homeowner, always the previous homeowner, did some electrical work, and it's just wrong, like dangerous, open splices in walls or in attics. You find all these things, and it's like they're potential fire hazards, and you could, burn down your house.
Absolutely.
Same kind of idea with a garage door, because it is such a big, important appliance. People need to get the proper people involved in fixing and repairing.
And garage doors are a lot like snowflakes. No two are really the same. So you will use different parts for different types of doors. And if you're using a part from door A for door B, that can end up doing some serious harm to your garage door. So you don't want to just get any old part. You want to have a professional assess your door, measure it, to make sure everything's properly installed and using the right parts for it. It's very, very important because, like I said, that's the biggest. I'm gonna beat this beat this dead horse. It's the biggest appliance in your home, and if you're not doing the proper maintenance, you could end up hurting yourself or your family. We don't want that to happen.
No, absolutely not. So definitely get in touch with Chris. So talking about that, how do people get in touch with C&W Canada Garage Doors?
It's all good. We have our phone number, 780-266-1248. Give us a call. We have a 24-hour call service, so make sure that we can get you handled as soon as possible. Visit us online at www.cwgarage.ca, and also visit our Facebook page and get in contact with us there. It's facebook.com/C&W Canada Garage Doors. On any of those is great.
Okay. Now, Chris, do you have a particularly gory or bad maintenance story where you came into the garage and it was like this thing was just jacked up?
Gory, no, but I did come across a garage door that hadn't been maintained in years, and they went to hit the button, and both springs were broken, and the customer didn't understand that, and the hinges were really warped, and the rollers were worn. So when he hit the button, the opener pulled the door completely out of the track, and it was literally hanging by the opener in the opening, and it was so bad there was no way I could repair it. We had to replace it. And if he would have just done his yearly maintenance, that door would still be around today. It was a good quality door, just not properly maintained.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the worst I've ever heard.
So we're talking maybe under $100 for a service call maybe, or thousands of dollars to replace the garage door, right?
Yeah. So, you know, the saying is true, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Absolutely.
So, thank you so much for joining us on this video. Visit cwgarage.ca. And can you tell us your awesome tagline? We love the tagline.
For service and installation that's just too strong, when your door's in trouble, you call C&W.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.